Hi, this is Joe again with another review. For a second, this video we'll be discussing the 1962 science fiction film The Day Mars Invaded Earth. That was a kind of long title for a movie in the genre, but it also came at the end of that genre in terms of the original run of science fiction invasion films, because they were very popular back in the 1950s. You know, movies like The Earth Still, War of the Worlds, even Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Also movies like Earth vs. Flying Saucers, and movies of that type were very big and very popular in the 1950s. And this one came out in 1962, so it was like in the tail end of that particular popular genre. And unfortunately, you're not going to have another good alien invasion film till about maybe, well, not kind of remake of Invasion of Body Snatchers in '78, but movies like, you're not going to have a good alien invasion film to maybe Independence Day, which came out in 1996. So, but this film was, like I said, at the end of that genre. Now, the day Mars invaded Earth, the basic plot is, there was a particular scientist who was working at Cape Canaveral, and they just launched, or the United States did, just launched a probe to Mars. It's kind of like what the Mars rover is, you know, that we heard of today, like 10 years ago, with the Mars rover checking out Mars, taking 12 samples and stuff like that, and that's what this probe was supposed to be. But the probe moved about almost 400 yards on the surface of Mars, and all of a sudden now it's not working anymore. And it said, oh, maybe it was cocked out, maybe we couldn't handle the landing very well, or whatever the situation was to try and figure it out. And meanwhile, what the scientists didn't know was they received a message from the aliens, from the Martians, from Mars, from the people of Mars. So why don't you have physical beings like we are, like there's an intelligence, ghostly stuff, and they took human forms. Kind of like invasion. It's kind of like Invasion of Body Snatchers meets War of the Worlds. Literally, they combine those two plot points for those two films. And what they did was these Martians from Mars came down to Earth to get even with humans because of them invading Mars. So of course, this isn't the case. They said, "Oh, we're not invading you. We just want to know more about your planet. We just want to know more about Mars. That's all. It's for scientific reasons, not for conquering, your planet." And as far as we are concerned, we didn't know there was life on Mars. On your planet. We didn't know there was life even there. Now we know your life is there. Now we can leave you alone. All we have to do is ask, and we leave you guys alone. And so the guy says, "Well, we don't care. We're going to wipe you guys out." And so what the aliens came up with was to duplicate these particular scientists and his whole family, which they did. Plus another scientist who was working with the main guy, a guy named Webb, well, the character name was Webb, they duplicated him as well, and so they duplicated all of them, and at the end of the film, big shock, all the humans got wiped out, all the main characters humans, which was pretty shocking, because the reason why it was shocking is that usually movies like this, the aliens lose at the end of the movie. They don't win at the end of the film. Or they might win like in War of the Worlds and Independence Day, they win halfway through the film, or the first half of the film, and then the second half of the film they lose. Or the aliens get defeated in some way. But now in this film, the aliens won out at the end. And this was the only film where the aliens actually won at the end of the film, and not, defeated at the end of the movie. Which was a surprise to me. And another thing that I should mention in this film is that this movie is extremely short. It's only about an hour and 10 minutes. So So there's another thing. I mean, this movie is even shorter than Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which we referred to earlier. Because that movie's only about 80 minutes, 85 minutes. And War of the Worlds was 85 minutes long. This movie is 70 minutes long, so it's extremely short, and it's not padded out. Because usually movies like Independence Day was like padded out a little bit, but it makes sense in the scheme of things. But this movie is not padded out. It goes straight out. It's very quick, very fast. It doesn't fool around, and it ends in it's like one of those old Universal monster films of the 30s and 40s was also about between an hour and 10 minutes and an hour and 20 minutes in length usually. That's what this felt like. It was extremely fast, and it's unbelievable how fast this movie went. Unbelievably fast. And it's, another thing, it's not a bad movie because it's so short, but it does have a surprise ending that the at least the humans who were featured in this film, the family, they were all killed at the end of this film. That's what the surprise was. Because, like I said earlier, usually the aliens lose. That's about every of the alien invasion movies. They all lose except in this film, which is a surprise. I know there was another movie called Mars Attacks or something. I think at the end they also lose at the end of the film. So about every alien invasion film except for this one, the aliens lose, and it's it's bad. What I should also mention this in this movie, that there was conflict with the family. That the wife and the husband was separated because the husband is always in Florida working for NASA, and the wife was disappointed that he's never there and was considering divorcing. So you had a little tension there, which lasts for about half the film, which was about a good chunk of this film, and then of course all the crazy stuff happens with the aliens duplicating this family. So you have all that stuff going on. So it's kind of like a nice little. It does have a little mystery in there, because the scientists trying to figure out what the hell is going on, and when he does, he wasn't very successful because all of them get killed. So they weren't that successful in defeating these aliens. But the film itself is not that bad. It's just that it's just too short. And at least it ends in a way that's not a stereotypical ending for an alien invasion film, which is kind of different. Which is kind of it's unexpected, but it's different from all the other alien invasion films in the 1950s. So that's my review. I'd like to do a short review for once. There's my review of the day Mars invaded Earth. Please click on the video, please rate it, please subscribe to my channel, please forward this video onto your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews and on my YouTube channel at rowdyc.com. That's all WDY and that's C.com. It's homepage of the Rowdy Reviewer, Chris Lee Moore, and please check out all of his videos on his website. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.